Oh, folks, again, we have a really great product here that I've always wanted one and never have operated one. We're talking about a bread machine. This is from the fine people at Neretva, Neretva. That's the name of the company. And it is a bread machine with 15 different recipes on it that are built in for your basic bread and many other things. Actually, they have cake, jam, yogurt, and just plain bread, French bread. I can't begin to tell you how many recipes they have built in that all you do is select them, press the button. Right here, package contents at the bottom of this first inside page. And what we have, and I'm going to go through it, is one bread maker right here. You get one paddle removal tool right here, and these are the paddles, and it'll allow you to pull them up through the dough. And you get one measuring cup right here, and that's going to be helpful with milliliters. And you get a non-stick bread pan right here. It actually comes inside the bread making machine. I took it out so that I can show you the installation. You get measuring spoons right here. There's two measurements, and we'll see if we need that. You get two kneading paddles right here. You also get one heat-resistant glove. You also have one fruit nut dispenser. Now, this is the fruit nut dispenser, and right here on the back, you open this up and you put all of those ingredients. There's a timing in the baking process that the nuts go in. They don't go in immediately. It's later on. So you put the amount of ingredients that are supposed to be in there, close this, and then we'll show you how to mount this in the lid of the bread making machine. Operating instructions on page 4. This is how you would proceed to bake bread. One of the 15 recipes. Step number 1, it says the machine will auto turn on when plugged in. And that's what I found. I plugged this in, and then automatically I got a display on the screen right there. 3 hours. Because I have menu number 1 selected, and menu number 1 is basic bread. And then you can fine tune it with other features, and we go down through here and it will tell us. Step number 2, insert the bread pan into the machine and lock it into place. This is one of the key things you're going to need to know, is how to get this thing out and then back in. If it's in the machine, you need to read this manual as to how to pull it out of there. Okay, here's the bottom, and this is the thing that's going to do the kneading paddle right here. And then let me bring you over and let's look in there. Okay, right here is to unlock, you go counterclockwise. To lock, you go clockwise. And this is the bottom of it. That's where it's going to lock into. we take the bread pan and then we put it in at this angle like this. You drop it in and then it should lock in like that. If it's, when you pull it out, that's the angle that you can pull it out and replace it. Now to lock it, you just take the corners and twist like that, and then you cannot pull it out. To unlock it, you twist it this way and then you can lift it out. So that's the secret to it, and it's right here if you forget or are trying to tell someone else how to use it. You get two are identical. They can be put upside down, but this is the correct position. You only want to place these kneading paddles in this way. And there's a flat place there, but all you have to do is put it on there, and when it gets to the right point, it'll just drop over. We're going to go ahead and install this. It can live in its place right here. As a matter of fact, when you get it, that's where it will be. And these two buttons right here are how you release it. Okay, so to put it in, your arrow goes down, and what you do is put it into the top with these buttons on the top, and it should just snap right in place like that. To remove it, you push both of these buttons, top, and pop it in there, and that's a good place to store it. Okay, I'm just going to go through how to set it up to do a basic bread recipe. The #1 setting, which is right here, and the machine is set for #1. The way you change the different recipes is with the controller right here. This knob, that's recipe number 3, 4, 5, and on back. I'm going to go down, and this is the time that is automatically set. This is the weight. You can press this and it will go to the next one. Well, that'll select that. If you go over here and it's blinking, you can turn and you can do the 1,000-gram one. I don't want that one, so I'm going to go back. That's why you don't need to do anything on #1. Right here, dispenser on and off. I click it and now it's off. That's how easy it is. So now we are going to go and prepare all of the ingredients for the basic bread recipe. Right here, we're going to put our water in first, oil, salt, sugar, milk powder, strong flour, and yeast. So next we're going to the kitchen. So grab you a cup of coffee or something. Let's go to the kitchen. Make bread. Folks, it's time to make bread. I have all the ingredients laid out right here per the basic bread ingredients. And then what it tells me here is to put the ingredients into the bread pan in order. And I have the order laid out just the way it goes here. Water, oil, salt, sugar, milk powder, strong flour, and yeast. And choose the basic bread. I have #1 basic bread. It's going to be 3 hours baking time. And it says function, yeah, and press the start, press to start the machine. Measured out, and the ingredients, the amount that they show. And then the next is the oil, right here. And I understand this is very important to place it in the order. So, then salt. Then we got the sugar, milk powder, Now we put in the flour. This is strong flour. And we also put in the yeast. And it doesn't say to mix anything, it just says to pour it in. I push it in and then I twist it, put the handle down, and it's in the lock position. The little paddle is in there in the correct position. Everything is go. And here is the start button. I press it. And there he goes. The paddle is going, listen. And when I look down in there, it's just kind of, so it's going to go 3 hours throughout the whole process. After a couple of minutes or so, listen, it's changed to a higher spin with those quick bursts. Just a minute. Okay, now it's really spinning. This is about 5 minutes, and it's really hammering around consistently. Okay, folks, the 3 hours is up, and the beeper just went off and let me know that it is done. The counter is 0, and I'm looking in there, and it looks nice. So we're going to open her up. Let me get a plate. Now I'm going to pull this out. She's got to have 2 to tango. There. Oh yeah. Okay. Now let me show you what this looks like. Okay, right there. Nice and brown. Let's see if you see that. Okay. Let me feel what it, oh yeah. Nice. Just before we even do anything else. Uh-oh, there. Look at that. Wow. That's super. There's my little bread. It smells good. Okay. Now we've got to use the tool to pull out the kneading paddle. We're supposed to pull this out. Yeah. I guess that's the way you do it. Yeah. There. There's the paddle right there. All right, I'm going to put that down here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we can go ahead and cut that and just see how it looks and how it tastes so you can watch me. And then we'll see what happens. All right, hot bread. Look at that. Wow, my first loaf of bread, and it looks good. Smells good. All right, let's see here. All right, let me take a little taste of hot bread here. And it's not that hot that I can't hold it. It's moist and crusty on the outside, just like perfect bread. I'm going to enjoy this. I give it a good 10. Got 15 different recipes to try. This is the first one. There's the rest of it. It looks nice. And a nice golden brown.